Oh, whoops, I accidentally hit the button. But anyway, hey, folks, and welcome back to some more Utawarerumono Mask of Truth. On our last episode, we had finished our bout with Maro and this Revenge Undying map. No story as of yet, but it was quite a fun encounter, despite all the barrage of mooks. But anyway, with that wee tidbit in mind, let's continue its forfeit up. Let's see what else we got. Anyway, a spin kick to finish the job. If anyone's still up, I'll blow them away. Oh, we got even more for Ogi? Nice. Your life ends here. Be consumed by the inferno. It gives 15 zeal? It's got a cool cross area of effect. That animation must be amazing. Oh, and it's got Final Strike too? Oh wait, no, this is the same old Final Strike, right? Or is this different? I mean, either way, look. All that EXP and what have you. Oh, something for Fumiro, a crown of glory rising to the heavens. You cannot divert your eyes from us. Also, you got the third part. Doesn't cost zeal, doesn't gain zeal. It's just a heal then, I presume? I mean, hey, reducing wind damage for 5%, it might be relevant. Wow, of course. Of course, we get something to help deal with being debilitated after we defeat Maro himself, huh? I mean, that's alright. So, like, the magic damage was intimidating from Maro, but not because it was this inherent damage baseline, it was the max health reduction, right? On top of it. And that couldn't really be reduced by turns. That was, like, permanent, right? Until we defeated the mages. But I digress. Let's push the button. Though blitzed with wounds and surrounded on all sides, Maruro carries on, weathering each new attack with waning stamina. I mean, he definitely went out blasting, right? Like, swinging even. But we are the ones more at a loss than him now.
Maruro.
Maruro spits words of contempt, his face not just pained in defeat, but infuriated by it.
なぜだ、マロロ。お前はなぜそこまでするのだ。何がでおじゃる。
Maruro sneers unhelpfully at my plea.
ライコーに大義はない。それがわからぬお前ではあるまい。まるで己には大義がある。とでも言わんばかりでおじゃる
な。Maruro mutters the question darkly, meeting my eyes, his face now twisted into a mask of hate.
偽の姫殿下を擁立し、帝都をその手に収めたライコを討つ。それが私たちの大義である。何を言うかと思えば、そのような大義、一体何の意味があるでおじゃる。大義とは、その元に集った人々のためにある。お前にもそれは分かっているであろう。戦を起こした言い訳でおじゃるか。言い訳はせぬ。戦を望む民などおらぬ。戦で己を利する者は新たな戦を呼ぶ。なればこそ。
Yeah, because I mean, Raiko's just wanting to set a foundation with a puppet ruler, essentially, right? For what full-on cause we'll eventually hear his side of the story, I presume, fully, since, I mean, Raiko's whole shtick is that he's essentially went rogue, right? But it is a curious subject, though, because this could have ultimately been avoided depending on sheer circumstance, right? Like, obviously, yeah, there's some people under the hood that want power for differing reasons. Like Raiko may have wanted to essentially govern this nation for a puppet ruler for whatever reason he may have. He kind of probably, well, not even kind of, he most likely saw the Mikado's passing as an opportunity to be able to go towards that goal, right? Because again, he's the guy who's got like plans upon plans for whatever reason that may be. We don't know. And I'm curious what the revelation will entail, right? Because like, the guy was even willing to stoop so low to essentially lie to Maduro, right?
それがしたちの願いは一つ。この手で一日でも早く戦を終わらせることだ。
そのようなざれ言、マロに信じろというでおじゃるか。
それがしの立場を逆賊と断じるのなら、それもやむを得まい。だが、あくまで来光の掲げる姫殿下こそが誠だというつもりか。
帝の崩御の折に大和の安定を図り治世を成したのは、今帝都におわす姫殿下の方でおじゃるよ。
それは表裏の一方に過ぎぬ。偽りをもって築かれたものはより大きな歪みを生む。まして民を騙して築いた知性など言うに及ばぬ。
As much as I'd be inclined to agree, though, it still got me thinking about the Raiko side of things, right? Like, the more I just try and look into this, I mean, again, we'll know when he eventually divulges it, if he ever does, but it's got you wondering.
耳心地の良い理屈でおじゃるな。どこまでも正しく、それゆえにいっそそらそらしい。覚えておくがいいでおじゃる。どれほど正しくとも、相手の心を見ぬ言葉は誰の胸にも響きはしないのでおじゃるよ。
その通りやもしれぬ。だとしても真実から目を背けていては己自身をも偽ることとなる。
ならば貴公に問うでおじゃる。偽りをもって築かれたのは貴公の立場そのものではないのか。
He does have you there, buddy.
今の貴公の心こそが歪んでいるのではおじゃらんか。マロ一人も得心させられずに二心なきことを民にどう明かすのでおじゃるか。
Sensing a vulnerability struck by his words, Maduro presses me with questions, watching my reactions like a predator eyeing the pack.
確かに今はそれを明かす術はない。
馬脚を表したでおじゃるな。
Maduro's eyes glint with something between pity and mockery.
マロや来光機下の兵たちはもはや止まれない。そういうことなのか。だがそれでもしかしこれだけは分かってほしい。それがしが望むのはただ一つ。ただあるべきものをあるべき形に戻すこと。ハクもきっとそれを望んでいる。
ハク、今貴公はハク殿もそれを望むと言ったでおじゃるか。貴公がその口でハク殿の望みだと。
Well, for you see, he is him. It's just that he's not really gonna allow you to be privy to the information for the time being, I would presume.
にゅにゅ貴公がハク殿の言葉を代弁するのでおじゃるか。 私欲のために白殿を殺した貴公が。
At that, Maruro bares his teeth and snarls like a cornered beast, eyes wild with fury.
そうか、これだ。マロに再会した時からずっと消えない違和感。聖女、しばらくこの者と二人きりで話をさせていただきたい。
わかった。だが気をつけるのじゃぞ。
心得ております。
The others look on from a distance as I approach Maruro alone and take a seat opposite him.
マロ殿、一つだけ聞かせてくれ。なぜそんなデタラメを信じる？
何がデタラメでおじゃるか。マロはこの目ではっきりと見たでおじゃる。
この目で？お前はどこで何を見たんだ？
ごまかされないでおじゃる。貴公は瀕死の芝居をして白殿に解放され、その隙に後ろから探検で。
よく考えるんだ、マロ殿。それがしがテートから脱出した時、お前はどこにいた？
Yeah, because things quite literally happened differently, right?
そこにいたでおじゃる。マロは確かにそこに。
そんなはずはない。お前自身がよく知っているはずだ。
All at once, a scream rips itself from Maruro's throat, and he collapses to the ground. Also, was there maybe some memory manipulation at play rather than just deception? Are you kidding me? Really? Wow. We did all that and he got away? A figure suddenly materializes near Maruro, rushing from the shadows of a cloud of thick, obscuring smoke.
なんだ、一体。
Try as I might to penetrate the smoke, all I can make out are shadows and silhouettes. The figure presses something to Maruro's ear.
あれは何をしている？
Maruro begins repeatedly screaming my name, as though a flame had been lit inside him, and that sound is all that can extinguish it.
まだでおじゃる。オシトル。
マロロ様、ここはお引きを。
マロがその首を取るまで、この戦は決して終わらぬ。
As Maruro fades with the newcomer into the distance, he gives one more frightful, bloody scream and disappears from sight.
待て、マロロ。
When all of the smoke had cleared, Maruro and the relatively unharmed soldiers were gone. What do you mean? Was this basically all for naught? I mean, I guess there's the potential that we sowed a seed of, like, discord inside of, Maruro, though, because, like, mayhaps what we told him may lead to something, like, some kind of, like, revelation that maybe we aren't the baddies. But there seems to be something else at play then, because that's got me so curious. Like, even though it probably is something in relation to brainwashing, that much is for sure, what's going to be what snaps him out of it?
何今ならまだ追える。うちも音もすらい。
深追いは避けた方がいいでしょう。罠がこれだけとは限りませんし。
Poor Atui and Nosari just really want to be proactive, right? Or quite literally reactive to the situation. They've just been consistently told, no. I mean, I guess we did kind of get to advance on them essentially beforehand, but for the most part, it's just no. No reckless abandon for you today, love. You already went on a wee spree of sorts before, and you could have even finished off Maduro had I let you.
どれほど正しくとも相手の心を見ぬ言葉は誰の胸にも響きはしない。辛いものじゃ。
As we reach the decision not to pursue, I overhear Anju muttering to herself, or perhaps to no one in particular. I also hope we don't have to deal with that HP reduction mechanic again, though. It was a neat gimmick one time, but throwing it out again just kind of kills the pace of the map for me. Especially when you have a 5-range boss, right? Where it basically just translates to, you actually put someone in range, they're gonna get one shot because you haven't got rid of all the things yet. But they're positioned in such a way that if you make the advancement, right, wouldn't that kind of happen? Yeah, that would literally happen. So, like, how would you safely advance? Maybe you'd have to bring Ruletier to give yourself, like, more move? Maybe. Or just have Kokobo sponge it or something.
世は己自身が不甲斐ない。世は何一つ言い返すことができなんだ。マロロよ。
Ordinarily, Anju can be hard to read. This, however, is all too clear. It's the same emotion etched into me beneath this mask. Hard regret.
さっきのマロの様子は明らかにおかしかった。お前に何があったんだ、マロ。
Yeah, you two are right, we chum buds. The clashing armies, the only sound in the air, do not furnish me with an answer.
神様、本陣からの伝令が。
そうだな。こんなところでグズグズしてはいられぬ。戦はまだ続いているのだ。どうやら伏兵は追い散らしたようだな、オシトル。
With our steeds hurrying back to the main encampment, we arrive to find Irawaji waiting to greet us. Looking a little worse for wear. Yeah, I mean, whilst we were trying to interrogate Maro, this guy's just been holding down the fort this entire time, so fair dose to you.
もはや背後の敵に怯える必要はありますまい。して前線の様子は。
Oh my gosh, we're back with the old-fashioned type of battle theme, huh? Because this was the very first stage's battle theme in the original Utawarerumono, right? Like, just the Tuskuru stuff, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm looking forward to Prelude at some point. Just to kind of relive that memory.
芳しくはないな。何分敵の軍勢は気に瓶でなかなか隙を見せぬ。さすがはライコといったところですか。こちらの損害は皆よくやっておる。しかしライコの手勢はこちらの半分も損耗しておらぬだろう。
そんな。
さてどうする。このまま手をこまねいていれば待つのは敗北のみ。この流れ何としてでも変えねばならん。手薄になっている陣に強撃を仕掛け、おとりかいやらしい真似を。
これはまた気づかずにそこを攻めていたら返り討ちですか。
相手の虚をつく。それができればなんとかなりそうなんだけれど。
その虚をつくことは難しいか。では兵を伏せて誘い込んでみてはどうでしょうか。
難しいだろう。正確無比なライコーの軍勢を誘い込むのは並大抵のことではない。ただ奇策を打つだけでは奴の裏をかくことはできる。
Yeah, he's not to be trifled with so easily. Like, these may work on someone more incompetent like Deku Pompo, right? But very much not, Raiko.
そうですか。
何よりあやつらの反応が早すぎる。あれに対抗するための手段は講じたはずだが、それでもまだ足りぬ。
確かにな。やれやれ、どんなからくりを使ってるんだか。
Maybe whatever he's employing to Maduro, right? Like, that is a potential prospect.
あの素早く一糸乱れぬ動き、その裏にはそれがしたちの知らない何らかの通信手段があるはずだ。
オシトルもそう思う？
状況からして他にあるまい。それを叩くことができれば。
足並みを崩すことは可能かな。
とはいえそれが何かわからないのではな。奴はこれほどまでに正確な情報をどうやって伝達している。
Yeah, and at such a quick pace too, right? Like, you have to think, it's such complex movements and what have you. Like, sure, you could hand wave and maybe say like, well, his troop are just that used to working with each other, so they could just kind of do it without a fault, right? But I don't think it would so much be as that, right? Like, obviously they do have a communications line. We saw a part of it firsthand with Maduro, but is it? It would be more complex than just that, right? Like, surely there's more to it. Because if it was just essentially a voice line, then that wouldn't be really the gist of it. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's just essentially telepathy, right? I feel a tug at my sleeves and turn around to see Ururu and Sarana behind me, looking more anxious than usual. What's up, you two?
二人ともどうした？
もぞもぞする。いろいろな思念が飛び交っていて、背筋がゾワゾワします。
Oh, so essentially it's telepathy. Okay.
何？それはライコーのティリリャライのものではないのか？ライコーが念話で指示を送っているのは承知している。これだけの戦になれば当然情報量も増えるはずだ。だが
But Vero could be a combination of them and something else, right? Like, cutting at least one half of it would at least surely, like, shake things up in our favor, right? Because, like, if they didn't need the Tirirai, then, well, he wouldn't be employing them, right? So maybe we should try and halt communication for them to start off with, right? Although, that'd be very difficult to do, because wouldn't that essentially be at their main camp? And at that point, well, we'd be already advancing.
すごい数。
Okay, never mind. There's a large overabundance of them, huh?
今までにないほど無数の念話が同時に使用されています。それにことごと通常の念話に比べると不調化され、 内容は随分稚拙なものに落としているようです。
I can tell just from their faces how abnormally dense the telepathic noise must be.
だがそれほどの情報が一度に入ってきて正確に伝わるものなのか。
私たちならできる。できないことはありません。ただ他のことには一切注意が向かなくなります。
小生が知るところでは通常ティリリャライの念話は1対1できてもせいぜい 3,4 名の処理までのはず。
Interesting. So you essentially just keep them guarded or out of sight, and you just utilize them to essentially widespread what's required, right?
不可能ではないと。
おそらく
くそ、なんでそれに思い至らなかった。情報戦に長けたライコーのことだ。ティリリャライの大規模な運用は十分に予想できたことだった。迂闊だった。ティリリャライは1対1と思い込んでいた。1対1と誰が決めた。
なるほど。そういうことでしたら情報の伝達が我々の比ではないのも頷けます。
どうする。こちらの通信手段ではとても上回れない。いや待て、さらには稚拙なものと言ったな。ならば偽の情報を流すことは可能か。
Oh, just mess them up with your own take on the code words, right?
そっか、感じることができるってことはその逆も可能。ただ単純な内容といっても不調化はされています。少し時間をいただければ別ですが。
そうか。内容を解析して虚偽の情報を流す。それでは間に合わんか。
なあなあ、何を言ってるかわかるけ？私に聞くな。
Head empty on that tweet over here. Oh, love, why are you like that? I know you just want to go swinging, and I feel you.
ならば念話を発しているものを特定できるか。
可能。戦場の至るところから発せられていますが、ある程度集中しているところでよければできます。
頼む、やってくれ。
索敵開始。
The two close their eyes as they speak, visibly concentrating. Each moves their hands fluidly, one holding their twins, the other in the air.
特定。あれらがそう。上のあのモノミヤゴラの一つ一つから思念が流れてきています。
I follow their pointed fingers and see a number of watchtowers looking down upon the battlefield. They are all spread apart from each other, and each one has a defensive line of troops surrounding it. Ah, so they're just basically like their own information towers, right?
あのモノミヤグラが。いや、そう思わせておいて通信塔だったというわけか。どこまでもやってくれる。
ふむ、よくわからんが、つまりあれらを片っ端から潰していけばいいのだな。
I mean, essentially, yeah, because it's just their information bank at this point.
何も難しく考える必要はないな。
そうやな。それならわかりやすいな。いえ、敵陣の中櫓に近づくのも大変なのです。それを全部潰すなんてとても無理なのです。
だが他に方法もないと思うが。クオン、何も笑うことないだろう。 ナスリー。オシトルはやる気かな？
Ah, but of course.
そうでしょ、オシトル。
ああ、確かにあれをどうにかせねば我らに勝機はない。
ですが兄様。
そうだな。猫根の言う通り、あれら全てを潰すのは難しいだろう。かといって一つ二つ潰したところで大した打撃にはなるまい。
打つってなしということか。
いや、いくらライコウとはいえ全ての戦況を拾っていたのでは対応が遅れるはず。何か手はあるはずだ。あれら全てを相手取ることなく敵をかく乱する方法が。
Maybe pursue the ones that are at key vantage points? Although he could also put some of those as a bait, though.
まあ、こんな波のようなたくさんの念をやり取りするなんて大変そうですね。こんないっぱいの思い、酔ってしまいそう。
重い。酔う。
The twins mutter for a moment, then suddenly look at each other.
おそらく専門がいる。どこかに情報処理を専門としている特殊な能力者がいるはずです。でなければここまで潤滑かつ膨大な量の波を処理しきれません。
Someone smack dab in the center, essentially, huh?
まあ、そうでしたのね。
Well, thanks for the idea, though, gorgeous. Now we just need to try and figure out where they're holding their specialist.
主様、どうかした？そんなに見つめられたらムラムラしてしまいます。
Oh, for Pete's sakes, you two, now's not the time for bedroom obligations.
一応お手柄なんだけど、なんだろう、この釈然としない感じ。
I quickly turned back to Sorana and Ururu.
ならば思念が最も集中しているところを探してほしい。できるか？
承知。少しだけお時間をいただきます。検索開始。
At my request, the two take each other's hand again and begin meditating.
右翼第2第3検索完了。左翼を対象から除外。中央の櫓に索敵を集中します。
The twins' faces turn paler and paler as they continue to mutter.
それほど負担が大きいのか、それとも人の思念に当てられているからか。無理は、いや、頼む。
巫女からのままに。もう少し。右翼第5中央左翼寄りに大きな思念の流れを確認。
もういい、休め。
I set my hands on their shoulders firmly, halting their efforts. Almost immediately, the two fall to their knees. Exhausted? You did good, you two, though. Thanks.
二人とも無理をさせたな。ルルティ、頼む。
はい。さ、お水をどうぞ。感謝。主様の口移しであればより回復が早くなります。
Even at a time like this, huh?
それはダメです。
Leaving Rouletier to tend to the twins, I continue with my plan. The new information points to one conclusion.
中央左翼寄りと右翼の端っこ。どっちも同じような櫓だけど。
どちらかが目的の櫓か、もしくは
両方だろうな。おそらく同時に情報を処理することで負荷を抑えているのだ。そして
片方が落ちた時のことも考えてかな。
Yeah.
あのライコーが不測の事態への備えを怠るとは思えませんからね。
しかし今回もこの二人に助けられたか。
They notice my gaze and force a smile back.
頑張った。私たちの力は主様のお役に立ちましたか。
ああ、十分な。
さてどうしますか。兵を先2カ所に向かわせるとなると本陣に隙ができてしまいますが。
かといって片方ずつ攻める手も取りにくい。
なぜですか。個別に攻めればむしろ戦力が集中できるのでは。
中継する櫓があの2つでなければならないという道理はないじゃない。
Makes sense?
中継点が潰されることも計算のうちなのだ。それゆえ2カ所に分散させている。
Well, yeah, because if they're all concentrated into one point, then once that falls, that's it, right? Communication's all cut.
仮に1カ所を潰したとしても、もう1カ所の櫓が新たな中継点を作るだけだ。
As we'd have to somehow regroup and then siege another and another and another, and that all takes time and resources, yes?
そして位置が特定された襲撃者は殺到する兵たちに囲まれ皆殺しにされることとなる。ここはやはり同時撃破しかない。しかも完全に連携し精密な一撃を加えなければならぬ。
厄介な話だ。
Very much so.
だが中継点がわざわざ2つあるというのは弱点の証でもある。一度壊してしまえば復旧にある程度時間がかかるのだろう。
Which would then pretty much put a hole in their, well, essential formation, right? Which means that we'd be able to eventually break through and then just gain a vantage point.
それゆえ2カ所を同時に潰すのは致命的な一撃となり、少なくともしばらくは指揮系統が混乱するはずだ。
And listen, any advantage that we can get, however small, will allow us to get through this massive undertaking, right? Like, this is such a hurdle. Because, like, during the period of time that we were dealing with Maru, right, we didn't even manage to get him, right? Like, that was just all that time, all those resources, all of our ACs, well, not all of them, but our main crew, right, like our main playable crew, all went and about to deal with him. But we essentially lost out of that exchange. We didn't gain anything. We didn't cause any casualties on their side. Maru managed to escape. And what did we lose? Time and supplies. What did they gain? Information. They gained an advantage point through destroying a chunk of our supplies. And that's that, really. Like, sure, we could say nothing ventured, nothing gained, but we are on the back foot still.
そしてその隙に総攻撃をかける。
Yeah, once everything's all disrupted, because then we'd finally have an advantage.
念のため確認しますが、現状の戦力ではそう何度もは攻められませんね。
That's why we have to make this one count.
その通りだ。できて一度きりだろう。
しかもここから守勢に回ればもはや戦線は維持できまい。
うんと早く、うんと正確でないとダメってことやね。
だが他に策はない。
We may have come to a conclusion, but we all know this won't be an easy task. Yeah, it quite simply is easier said than done. I wonder how this would entail from a gameplay standpoint then. Would we just have to go through 2 chapters separately? Or would it just be going through the one map and then we just have to end up destroying them both at the same time? It's really curious as to how the gameplay integration would be, because like when we were being debilitated, that was, you know, story to gameplay integration. We were quite literally debilitated in the game, right? Not through the means that I preferred, right, with the whole like hit point debilitation. Well, yes, arguably them debilitating our offensive prowess would have probably been a lot more lethal to us though, because then that means that we've effectively got less survivability and less, you know, forefront of a footing, because, you know, we can't just quite literally get rid of the enemies. It would at least mean that you would be able to take a hit from Maru due to how obscene the positioning was. I get why he's allowed all that range. It makes sense from a story perspective, right? Because, like, he is so proficient in thaumaturgy and all that. So, yeah, of course, it would be kind of underselling him if he didn't have that. I just think the map could have been laid out a little bit better. Maybe it was intentionally to the enemy's advantage because, well, it quite literally was, though. On that front, it makes sense from a story standpoint, so maybe I should just, like, concede my point, right? It's just that there's a delicate balance between, like, fun and not fun, and that was kind of, like, smack dab in the middle. There was aspects of it that I really enjoyed, but aspects that I didn't, but that's why I'm just hoping that this next map will be a lot better, because most of these maps have been a nice hit. Honestly, like, I've enjoyed most of them. That one was just more of a so and so one.
一度きりの勝負ってことになるかな。
Which, to be fair, 1 out of 15 though, right? Like, that's a really good count so far. Unless if there's any that I didn't enjoy past tense. It's been a while, so I could maybe be withholding past information that me from yonks ago didn't enjoy, huh?
一度きり。
このままでは総番を押し切られる。敵の手にただ対処するだけでは兵力の逐次投入にしかならない。こちらから打って出なければそのままずるずると負けてしまうのは明白だ。
Yeah, he'll win this war of attrition. I review several plans again and again in my head, evaluating each one, but the conclusion is always the same.
おそらくこの作戦の成否がこたびの戦を決めることになる。
I mean, makes sense, yeah.
すなわち決戦か。悪くない響きだ。
面白くなってきたよ。
Everything is always interesting when you're on screen, love.
このままじゃどうにもならないもの。ここが仕掛け時っていうのは私も賛成かな。
これより我らは敵陣の耳目たるあの櫓を落とす。両方同時にな。
だが櫓の付近には兵が詰めている。近づくことは容易ではないぞ。
近づけぬのなら狙撃をすればよい。幸いどちらの櫓にも狙撃するには格好の丘がある。
Wait, I just realized what's probably gonna happen. Kiru and Nosri are gonna get a time to shine, no? Oh, that would be cool.
つまり私の出番だな。
Oh, I'm all for it.
期待している。ノスリの弓の腕ならば失敗はあるまい。
しかし同時にとはそんなことが可能なのかな。
We have Kiru and the good woman herself, Nosri, will be honky dory.
マヌイを使ったのでは敵に何かすると知らせるようなものだな。
Couldn't we essentially utilize the twins then? Like just have Nosri utilize one and Kiru utilize the other?
無論その方法は考えてやる。 同時に櫓を落とすための合図だが、ウルール、サラーナ。
はい。何でしょうか、主様。
二人はそれぞれの場所に分かれ、そこから念話による合図をしてほしい。
The twins shiver with unease at my words. I don't think it's my imagination. They've visibly paled at the thought of it. Yeah, separation anxiety would be fairly strong in this one, huh? Those two are literally an item, like a done package deal.
そういえば、この二人を話そうとしたことなんて今までなかったな。かわいそうだが他に方法がない。今動かねばそれがしたちの打つ手はなくなる。できるか。
Sorana looks far more disturbed by the idea. Ururu grips her hand firmly as both of them look to me. I see tears welling up in their eyes. Aww.
主様は。
Sorana remains silent as Ururu speaks, only shivering uncontrollably as she stares at me.
それがしはノスリと共に中央へ行く。そちらの方が兵が集中しているゆえにな。もう一方はキュウリに任せる。
I was right! It's the two of them! Nice!
私ですか？無理ですよ。
Have a wee bit more confidence in yourself, laddie!
弓の腕でノスリに迫る者はキュウルを置いて他にいない。
でも
キュウルならばできると確信している。何？合図とともに動かぬ的を落とすだけだ。飛ぶ鳥を落とすことに比べれば何のことはない。
兄上、わかりました。
では私はキウル様と一緒に。ウルール、主様、サラーナをお願い。そんな、私。
すまない。
大丈夫。また会える。
Everything will be fine, you two. I'm sure that's easier said than done for them, because again, that separation anxiety is strong. Good on Ururu for putting on the strong front, though, even if it is to her own detriment. With that last murmur, Ururu embraces Sorana, then quietly steps back from her.
別動隊はキュウルの指示に従ってもらう。合図とともに狙撃。対分けはノスリにはサラーナ、オウミ、ネコネ、クオン、フミリル殿、それにそれがしが同道する。
So does that mean from a gameplay point we would just have two squads separate, and we could only select from these few? Well, minus the twins, because I don't think they would allow them have gameplay without each other, right? If they manage to do that touch-up though, good on them. Because there is the possibility that we have to play both sides, or we only have to play the one that's more like, well, with the main crew, right? Dang, that is a very low offensive front, though. You have Haku and Nosuri, and I get... actually, no. You have Nosuri, Ogi, and Kuon, right? Actually, no, that's actually a pretty power trio from a gameplay front. And I mean, I guess you have two healers, right? And Haku is essentially like a makeshift tank.
わかりましたです。
So I guess not all's too bad. And I mean, Ogi is very bulky himself.
妥当なところでしょうね。
プーちゃんと一緒なら楽しそう。
遊びに行くのではないんだけど。
残りの者は救ル隊とする。目的はあくまでも敵の櫓を排除することだ。戦いはできるだけ避けよ。
できるだけってところが大切よね。
いえ、本当に避けてほしいんですが。
We'll see how lovers feel in that day.
たまには楽な仕事もいいじゃない。
シノノンちゃんは私が。姫ちゃん、厄介になるぞ。
正常は小生がお守りしますゆえ、決して離れることのないよう。
Oh, so dang, this squad really left without a healer? Dang.
言われなくとも分かっておる。
One side's got all the healers, the other one has all the tanks. But why?
それでは行動を開始する。
もう少しだ。ここを越えれば狙撃地点となる。
Alright! I think all things considered though, since now we've pretty much elaborated our plan, and our plan will soon be in motion, this shall be our ending point. So, folks, thank you all for watching this here episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth, and I'll see you all next time! I was going to say something else, and I blanked for a moment. You know, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.